To make yourself proud, the first battlefield you must conquer is not the outside world, but the silent space within your own mind. Everything you have been, everything you are right now, and everything you will ever become begins with the identity you hold about yourself. If your identity is shaped by past failures, old memories, and limiting beliefs, then your future will simply repeat your past. But when you choose to reprogram your identity, when you decide to become someone new from the inside out, you begin to unlock a life that you once believed belonged only to others. There is nothing more powerful than a person who has rewritten who they believe they are. Think about this truth deeply. Every day you wake up, your brain instantly looks for evidence of who you think you are. If you believe you are not consistent, your actions will reflect inconsistency. If you believe you are average, you will behave in ways that keep you average. If you believe you are not enough, you will make choices that confirm that belief. Life becomes a mirror, reflecting your inner identity right back to you. That is why change cannot begin with action alone. If you try to adopt new habits without changing the identity behind them, you will sabotage yourself every time. You will find yourself starting strong, then falling back into comfort, into the familiar, into the past version of you. Growth. Transformation, they all begin with an internal shift. You must decide who you are becoming before your reality can match it. You cannot wait until you succeed to feel worthy. You cannot wait until you achieve your goals to feel discipline. You cannot wait until life changes to feel powerful. You must feel it first. Your brain is a record of your past, and your emotions are proof of what you have already lived. But to build a future that makes you proud, you must think and feel beyond your history. That is the moment where true transformation begins. When you stop repeating who you were and start rehearsing who you choose to become, imagine waking up tomorrow morning not as a continuation of your past, but as the first day of a new identity. Imagine removing the emotional attachment to your old story and stepping into the mindset of someone who is worthy, capable, disciplined, and powerful. Identity is not something you are born with. It is a pattern you have repeated. And the moment you interrupt that pattern, the moment you refuse to speak, think, or behave like the old you, the moment you consciously choose elevated thoughts and elevated emotions, the old identity begins to dissolve. The future identity begins to activate. And that version of you has been waiting patiently. For you to finally believe in it, you must understand that your brain changes with repetition. Every time you choose empowerment over excuses, every time you choose discipline over comfort, every time you choose to act like the future version of yourself instead of reacting like the old one, you lay down a new neural pathway. You are literally rewiring your mind. You are biologically upgrading your identity. This is not motivation, it is science. The brain does not respond to wishful thinking. It responds to repeated experience. And every thought, every emotion, every decision becomes part of that experience. To make yourself proud, you must practice being proud before the world ever sees the results. You must practice thinking like someone worthy of pride. Ask yourself right now, who have you been? And then ask, who are you choosing to become? This is not about perfection. It is about intention. The old identity will resist. It will whisper doubt. It will try to pull you back into familiar habits, familiar emotions, familiar limits. But when that voice speaks, remember this one truth. That voice belongs to the past, not the future. The identity that makes you proud is not built in a single moment of inspiration, but in the quiet, consistent moments where you choose alignment with your future self instead of attachment to your past self. The old you will try to survive. But the moment you stop feeding it, it begins to fade reprogramming. Your identity means speaking differently to yourself. It means thinking thoughts that match your future, not your past. It means visualizing the person you want to be as if you already are them. It means feeling pride before the world gives you a reason. It means choosing habits that are inconvenient now, but rewarding later. You are not chasing a dream. You are stepping into a frequency, a mindset, a version of you that already exists in potential. Your only job now is to align with it mentally and emotionally before the physical world mirrors it back to you. And when you do, you begin to feel something extraordinary. You begin to feel like you are living your life instead of repeating it. There comes a point in every human journey where the mirror stops reflecting a face and begins reflecting truth. Not truth about appearance, but truth about effort, truth about discipline, truth about choices. If you want a life that makes you proud, accountability cannot be optional. It becomes the core foundation of your evolution. Accountability is not punishment. It is liberation. It is the moment you choose honesty over excuses, responsibility over blame, growth over comfort. The world may cheer for your victories, but only you can face yourself in quiet moments and answer, did I do what I said I would do? Because pride does not come from achieving what others expect of you, but from fulfilling promises you made to yourself. Think deeply about this. Your life right now is shaped not by what you wished for, not by what you dreamed about, not by what you posted about, but by what you consistently chose. Every success story is built on self-accountability. Every regret-filled life is built on avoided responsibility. Accountability means you stop negotiating with your weaknesses. It means the moment you feel the pull of distraction, laziness, comfort, or doubt, you remind yourself that you are not here to betray your future for your feelings. Feelings change, but consequences remain. When you hold yourself accountable, you choose your future over your mood, your purpose over your impulse. The truth is, most people know what they need to do. They are not victims of lack of information. They are victims of their own rationalizations. I'll start tomorrow. I deserve a break. I'm tired. It's not the right time. These words feel soft in the moment, but become chains over time. Accountability is when you stop allowing those chains to bind you. It is when you say, I am responsible for who I become, not my circumstances, not my past, not other people, me. You cannot build a proud life while blaming the world for your results. Accountability returns the power to your hands. The moment you accept that you are the author of your story, you stop letting life write chapters you did not choose. When you hold yourself accountable, you stop waiting for permission. You stop depending on motivation. You stop needing validation. Accountability means you become your own coach, your own reminder, your own standard. It means you wake up, not because someone is watching you, but because your future self is depending on you. It means you stop hiding behind potential and start living through action. Accountability is not loud. It is quiet discipline. It is choosing the alarm over the snooze. It is choosing truth over excuses. It is choosing purpose over comfort. It is asking yourself daily, are my actions aligned with the life I say I want? Every time you choose accountability, you strengthen your self-respect. Self-respect is not built by talking kindly to yourself alone. It is built by following through when it is difficult, by doing what you promised after the excitement fades. When you repeatedly betray your commitments to yourself, your confidence erodes. But when you honor your commitments, even privately, even silently, you build a foundation of internal trust. You begin to believe in yourself again. Pride is born from consistency, and consistency is born from accountability. When you wake up and honor your goals, even when you do not feel like it, you build identity. You sculpt character. You become someone you admire. Accountability is also emotional responsibility. It means understanding that you are not controlled by your past emotions, your triggers, or your circumstances. Your reactions are choices. Your habits are choices. Your perspective is a choice. When you blame others, you surrender your power. When you blame the past, you surrender your growth. When you blame life, you surrender your future. Accountability is reclaiming all of that. It is deciding that no matter what has happened to you, you will not let it define you. Accountability is not judgment. It is awareness. And awareness gives you the power to change. There is a version of you that already exists in the realm of possibility. A version of you who has discipline, clarity, confidence, success, peace, and pride. This version is not far away. It is not separated by years, luck, or circumstances. It is separated only by emotional alignment. To make yourself proud, you must learn to live in the energy of your future self long before the physical world catches up. Most people wait for success to feel successful. They wait for confidence to feel worthy. They wait for proof to believe. But life does not work that way. Creation begins in consciousness, not circumstance. You must feel like the person you want to become before you become them. That is the bridge between where you are and where you are going. Every thought you entertain, every emotion you allow, every belief you repeat creates your internal environment. And the brain does not know the difference between imagination and reality when emotion is involved. When you visualize your future self clearly and feel the emotions associated with that identity, pride,